Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make this comforting Haitian dish. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using red kidney beans dried, which I cooked 2 cups of red kidney beans. It took about 2 hours. Once it is cooked, in like about an hour and a half, I took some out, about a cup, and I set it aside. But you don't have to do that, that's totally optional because I like having a little beans in my sauce pois. So I am using smoked turkey for the meat because I don't like protein, I should say. I'm not a big fan of red meat, so I'm trying to eat less red meat. So you can use beef if you want to use beef, or you can skip the meat, to be honest with you. Skip the meat. So I am seasoning it with some all-purpose chicken seasoning, black pepper, Epis, and some sour orange juice, Goya adobo, and olive oil. And I have a description. I will list in the description box below the recipe for my epis, and I will also list all the ingredients and their measurements, so be sure to check out the description box. Like I said, you can totally skip the meat and you don't have to use smoked turkey. I love the flavors of smoked turkey, honestly, so that's why I'm using it. But some people could use, I don't know. Oh my god, you know I would be really good at it. Anyway, why the fuck are these people talking so loud? I'm recording. Oh, anyways, I lost my thought. But okay, so I just added my epis. We're gonna go ahead and stir it and let it marinate for a little bit. I let mine marinate for half an hour because it's smoked turkey. It's, you know, it's smoked, so it's not as raw. I mean, it's still raw, don't eat it like that, but you know what I'm saying, it's smoked. Anyway, let me just stop this right now before these people could take over. Go ahead and let it marinate. So after you've let it marinate for 30 minutes to an hour, go ahead and bring it to the stove, and we're gonna cook it on low. Okay, bring it to the stove and set your stove on low. Make sure it's on low heat. Cover it and leave it like that for 20 minutes. Make sure it's on low. If it's on low, it's not gonna get burned. Okay, make sure the heat is on low. So now let's go ahead and prepare the beans. So what I did is I took the beans, I blended them with the beans water. There was a good amount of beans water in there. If you didn't have enough water from the cooked beans, it's okay to add some cold water. It's fine. But I would make sure that when you keep adding, you know, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys cooked dry beans before. Anyways, so after you cook the beans, when the beans is cooking, the dry beans, you're gonna keep adding water. Make sure the last time you're adding water, when it's like nearly done, make sure you add a good amount of water so you can have water left for blending it. So make sure you strain your beans after blended. So this is the puree. So I'm gonna take it and put it back in that blender instead of just throwing it out, which you could do, but you know, so put it in there and I added 3 cups of water, extra water, and strain it again to make sure I get everything out of the beans. Make sure I get all the fibers out. But honestly, if you're using a really good blender like the Vitamix blender, you don't need that. You won't need to strain it because it's come out so smooth. So here I added my beans that I had set aside in the beginning. We're gonna add some red bell pepper and some cloves, some parsley, and some thyme, and of course some black pepper and a little bit of olive oil. So by now your meat should be almost done. After I checked my meat, I added 2 cups. After that 20 minutes, I added 2 cups of water and let it boil for another 30 minutes. So the meat should be ready between 35 and 40 minutes. Your meat will be cooked. And once your meat is cooked, turn off the stove, set it aside, and now we're gonna make the dumplings. So for the dumplings, we're using white flour, all-purpose flour. Oh my god. So here I have 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 cup of cornmeal. It's the very fine cornmeal, okay? It's fine like me. Yes, it is. So we're just gonna need 1 cup of that. Oh my god, this is so bomb, you guys. This recipe, so good. And you're gonna need a cup of water. In that cup of water, add 2 teaspoons of salt, stir it and taste it. We don't need a lot of salt, just salt to taste, you know. And then go ahead and add the water to the flour. We're gonna form a dough, a nice beautiful dough. The more water you add, the softer the dumplings are gonna be. It's all about how you like it. I don't like my dumpling to be too soft, and we have the yellow corn flour, which changes the texture and makes it super good. So use your discretion when making the dough. If you like it soft, add a little bit more water, but if you like it, you know, hard, I like mine hard. Anyways, yes, I like my hard, but if you like your hard, add less water. That's it. Go ahead and make a dough out of this beautiful stuff. So as you can see, I'm forming, my dough is almost there. You can see that mine is, you know, gonna be hard because I don't have that. It's still a little bit dry. I didn't add as much water to make it soft. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and knead that dough for like 5 to 10 minutes. Knead it very good. Okay, work out. So now let's go ahead, set that aside, and we're gonna go ahead and add the turkey to the bean soup. So I check my turkey after that 35 minutes. It's all the way cooked. Check it to see if it's cooked. I had to switch my spoon because that wooden spoon wasn't doing the work. So now go ahead and transfer the turkey into the beans. I don't know if you noticed, I didn't add any seasoning in the beans because all the flavor from the turkey neck is gonna go on that bean. So you don't need to do much thing because with that turkey is heavily seasoned. Like it's perfectly seasoned. Make sure you season your protein very good if you're using protein. Make sure it's well seasoned because you won't need any seasoning for the beans. Okay, so now let's make the dumplings. Let's put them into shape. So I'm doing the little balls and the little long ones. Well, they're not little, but you can make them little. It's all up to you, however you like it. So I kind of did those balls big, you know, and I'm like, oh, these balls are way too big. They make smaller balls. Smaller balls are better. I don't like big balls. Anyway, so yeah, I made them a little bit smaller, and I also make the long one because I like the long ones too. That's how we do it back in Haiti. Either you make the round or the long. It's fun. Either way. Either one is good. It tastes the same, honestly. But anyways, after you've made your dumplings, we're gonna transfer that also to the beans. So the beans, after you've strained it and do everything, just add all the herbs and then set it aside. Okay, set it aside. We're not gonna do anything to it now. You see how I did it? It looks so smooth and so good, you guys. Ugh. Make sure you roll your balls really good. Oh, by the way, while I'm rolling that ball, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay, so now go ahead and bring your dumplings to the pot and turn on your oven, your stove back on medium high. So make sure you use a bigger pot because mine is like small. I was trying not to make a lot, but here it is. Anyway, so go ahead and do that. Give it a quick stir, and we're gonna let it cook. Let it come to a boil for about 15 minutes. So here, and after that 15 minutes, it's looking real good. It's looking yummy, it's scrumptious. Scrumptious. It's looking sexy. Yes, guys, this is a winter meal. When I say this is a comforting meal, it's so comforting. Oh my god, I feel so warm eating it. Yes. So I am using coconut milk. Yes, you can totally skip it if you don't want to, but I would highly suggest that you use coconut milk and a little bit of butter because hey, I'm a fat girl. Yes. Okay, I'm doing too much now. Anyway, so after you add the coconut milk, go ahead and let it boil for another 10 minutes. And listen, that's the recipe. Alright? You see that? It looks, guys, this dish is so fucking bomb. I shouldn't curse, sorry. Anyways, this dish is so delicious, you guys. It's thick like its mama. Anyways, yes, the dumplings are to die for. Nice. Let me tell you, winter's approaching. Be sure to make that your next meal. So I'm about to go ahead and fix myself a plate, because you know who eats first? The person who cooked the food is who eats first, okay? Because the person who cooked the food lives by herself. Anyways, I'm doing way too much. Okay, so if you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for more. Yes, thank you for watching, and go make yourself some boyakwa. Okay, boyakwa. Thank you.